Hey everybody, it is Sean Murphy along with the infamous duo of
Daniela Jukic and Rhonda Bird Parker.
Are we sure?
No.
They had to check their mittens to make sure.
Check our mittens. Check your mittens.
Hey everybody, my name is Sean Murphy along with Daniela Jukic and Rhonda Bird Parker. A conversation that we were having earlier and this morning is, sometimes we're going to have to be friends for people who don't know we're their friends, or people who don't know they need us as friends, or people who don't know they just need us. Because that's where my name is Captain H, Captain Help a Lot right now. And we need to really be available for those individuals. We got to just check in on them, check up on them, right? A buddy of mine, Tom Chenault, is really keen on this and has been for 30 years, having been an incredible, just an incredible human being who's made some changes in his life. So, what are you guys doing to pay attention, to be aware, to kind of be there for folks? Because you both had some conversations with folks already that were kind of out of the blue that just showed up. So Rhonda's getting ready to go do a little and so that's why you see her going from her white shirt to camo. It's like, we're getting serious up in here. Up in here, up in here. Daniela, what's been some things for you about being helpful and being available for friends?
John, I think I've honestly, can you guys hear me good? I don't know if you can hear me good. Yeah. Honestly, I think I found myself more of being in service to others and figuring out myself. And Rhonda and I actually were talking about it on our podcast that we released today. And I was just telling her, I said, most of our lives, we've always attracted people that kind of needed help in some sort of way. And it's funny because the name of our podcast for episode 7 is Captain Save-A-Ho. And the reason we actually even use that is because both of us have experienced that the only people that we have attracted most of our lives is people who actually needed help. But in realizing that the reason we attracted those people wasn't because we needed to help them, it's because we needed to help ourselves through the service of others. So it's actually an amazing journey to be able to help someone, because you define so many things in your life that kind of need to be worked on. Probably like some personal development or on development, as we call it, because we do a lot of self-on development with Sean and during his daily awakening calls. So the thing most about it is I love the fact that even though I can share a lot of the craziness that's going on in my life, there's so many people out there that can resonate with me, that have reached out to both Rhonda and I, that are like, oh my God, you have no idea how much this has helped me, or you have no idea how much I can resonate with you. Or the fact that just like yesterday, we got an amazing text message from one of our misfits that just complimented us on keep going, that we were doing great, and that he could, it's a he, which was even more amazing, that he was like, you know what, I'm sitting here listening to your guys' episode, and which was episode 6 that he was listening to, and he stated, he's like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my past. I'm grateful for what I have right now. I can't wait for my future, but I'm listening to your guys' episode with a small tear in my eye, because even he could resonate so much with us. So I don't know, Sean, I think I kind of summed up your question. I think I answered it.
Oh, we can't hear you, Sean.
I don't know what impact we always don't. We're not always sure what impact we're going to have on people when we go out and we do our posts, we do our lives, we do a variety of things. The key is we've just got to really go out and do what it is that's on our heart, right? Joseph Campbell would say, follow your bliss. Rhonda, what would you share in that area, in that arena that we're talking about, being available, being ready to help some folks?
Ask that a little differently. What?
Oh, I thought you said, I'm going to say it a little differently. You asked me to say it differently.
No.
About being there for folks, right? You've been there for many years, and through faith and through a variety of things, through network marketing and different places, people have called you up and they've kind of needed your help unannounced, if you will. And so what would you suggest during this holiday season, where people they don't want to kind of offend, or they don't want to cross a boundary, or they don't want to do this? How would you recommend people really just need to check in? Because we see it every day on the morning call, the energy and the stress that's swirling up and building up around people. We just got to sometimes reach out and go, hey, what's up? I got a good buddy of mine who calls me to check in on me, and this is how he loves me. Hey, I love you, Cabbage Head, and your feet stink. And that's how I know I'm in good graces with them. So we just got to call up and say, that may be something you say to people. Hey, Cabbage Head, I love you, your feet stink. Just shock them out of their awareness. What are some things you're doing to be aware of when people kind of need us and they won't ask for?
I'm taking the initiative. You taught me this a while back, and sorry if I'm moving a lot. I am getting all decked out for hunting and it's cold. You taught me this a while back, and I'm reaching out to them just for no reason. I'm just going down the list. I'm not trying to figure out who needs it or who doesn't need it. I'm just going down the list, and I'm reaching out to people just because you don't know. And there's a lot of people, I know my personality strikes a lot of people as super, super strong at times. You would never know that this holiday season's different for me. You would never know it. So you don't know who is sitting right beside you, or talking to you every day, or watching your post, or somebody that you think, oh, they got it all together. It's quite possibly them that needs an extra little love, an extra little note, a little something. I've told a lot of my friends that when I reach out to them in particular, and I tell them how I feel about them, as far as I love you, you're amazing, I need you in my life, they all know that that's a signal for them to send me back some love. And I would say reach out to everybody. Just go down the list in your phone and send a quick little, I'm glad your phone number's in my phone. It makes me feel good to be able to text you today. I hope you're having a good day. You can just send something like that. I did a video the other day. You can go back and look at my videos on my social media of the text I sent out. And it was an I love you text. And it was me saying I love you probably 50 times. And that's it. And I had an overwhelming response of people. I needed that. That came at the right time. So especially through the holiday season, because we're inundated with media telling us we should be with family and we should do this, and they should all over us. And then we feel like a big pile of should because we don't do what they tell us to do. I hear you, Daniela. And you don't know who's in that state. So I'm reaching out and just loving on people no matter what, and giving them some encouragement and letting them borrow some of my hope. And then that way you don't have to figure it out. And if they want to talk, you can leave an open-ended opportunity. Holler back at me with anything you might have on your mind. So that's just what I'm doing.
I love it. So this new, you just dropped a new podcast that actually went live here about an hour ago. Where do people go to find that? Either one of you can pick that one.
Okay. She's grinning like a Cheshire cat right now. So I don't know what she's thinking. She's got something silly to say. You can go to Spotify. I have to give it up real quick, Sean. I don't have the signal to do everything that a lot of people do on social media. I'm functioning off of a cell phone signal. That's all I have. And we record these podcasts on Zoom, and Daniela takes the time to title them, to upload them, and to publish them. Yeah, you do. You deserve it. So you can go to Spotify and you can check us out. It's Where and the number 2, Where Two Worlds Collide. And you can either look under Daniela Jukic or you can look under Rhonda Bird Parker if that title doesn't make sense to you. But that's where you can find us. And it just dropped. It just dropped. Daniela, you wanna did you already tell him the name, Sean?
Mm-mm.
Daniela, you want to tell him the name?
I told him the name. Well, can you guys hear me? I know my signal keeps going in and out because I'm driving. All right, awesome. So I kind of told you guys what the name was as I was just talking a little bit ago, but the name of our podcast is Captain Save a Hoe. And it fits perfectly with
The name of this
everything that we got.
episode. The name of the episode is called that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, not the podcast. The podcast. So they're not typing into Spotify going,
Oh,
"Whoa, Captain
okay.
Save a Hoe." Person.
I apologize. Episode 7 is called Captain Save a Hoe. Our podcast is called Where Two Worlds Collide. And I mean, our podcast definitely, that title to a T describes me and Rhonda. We're such opposites, and the picture is amazing because it's two oceans where saltwater and
Fresh
help me out here.
The two oceans.
Where saltwater and freshwater meet. And I'm the salty water.
You said it, not me. She froze after she said it. Look at that face. That's priceless. Look at her. Just look at her, Sean. Just look at her.
So yeah, we've got. There's something here that says that. So here's the key. We just want. It's about creating a community of.
Because
What? Are you? Oh, now you're showing back up just because you're unfrozen. You're still frozen on our side. And she thinks she's still yapping there. So, yeah, there's the headline that's running across, the ticker running across. I mean, just look at me. So that's kind of where we're at. Let's see here. Somebody made a comment. Tim Gillette. Cool. Yes. Hey, Salty.
Hey, Salty. Who said that?
Tim Gillette. Yeah, he's a cool guy. You guys need to get to know him. Maybe you can get him on your podcast. And he's just this amazing soul who's done a lot in the profession of helping people expose their brand and get themselves out. So there.
That would be awesome.
He's an amazing soul. Absolutely brilliant. So we're just going to assume that Daniela's signal has kind of gone out, and we'll see if she pops back in here. So any last words before we wrap this up, Rhonda? There she is. She's back. Any last words you would share with people to let them head out on their way for this evening as you go out hunting?
Yeah, I say it all the time, and I'll say it like this. Let me put this gun down. Hang on. That's not what you hear every day on a live, is it? Sorry.
Probably.
I'm sorry.
Published on Facebook now.
Well, and this is going to sound funny after saying that, but it was put on my heart months ago. If you have a heartbeat, you have a purpose. Every one of you, if you have a heartbeat, you have a purpose. That's all the criteria is to have a purpose. So if you're listening to this, you have a heartbeat. And it's because you have a purpose. And if you need help finding that, reach out to one of us. If we're not the right person to help you find it, we'll connect you with whomever is the right person. Sean's got a whole list of people that we can connect you with. I've got people. Daniela's got people. And we're happy to help you however we can. And if you look at that and go, yeah, I got a heartbeat, I got a purpose, but my life is messy. Well, that mess is proof of your existence. And I'm sure glad you're here. So if I can help you, reach out to me.
Outstanding. And Daniela, are you frozen, unfrozen? And
that look on her, you never know if it's
no, you got to be careful.
You guys
if you get a chance, every day at 1 o'clock, 7 days a week. Oh, there you are. Okay, your signal's back. What would you wrap up with?
You know what? I'm just gonna go off of what Rhonda said. If it's
So
messy because
scared
it's
right
proof
now.
of your existence, and let me tell you how messy it is. How messy it is with us too. If you listen to our podcast, we will mumble things to our kids. We will make sure that we're like, yeah, I had my son come up to me, ask me how to spell liquid today, and I'm looking at him like, I have no idea at this moment. I have no idea how to spell it. I thought he was asking me if he could have some water. I said, just take the water with you. We are a complete hot mess, but we are loving every moment of it because we are choosing us. We're choosing us. And I want you to choose you. Choose you and make your life completely the way you want it. Not the way anybody else wants it, but the way you want it.
That's right.
So I'm gonna leave you with that before I lose signal again.
And who should we choose? What's that thing?
Choose you. What are you talking about? I'm
No, you're-
confused.
I
No,
love
you're-
Tim's hashtag. I love his hashtag. Tim, go check out my social media. It's all over my social media. You got a heartbeat, you got a purpose. I love that. That's awesome.
So there you go, folks. Just a couple of folks, a couple of smart women, and one goofy guy from Ohio, farm boy from Ohio, and we just wanted to share some ideas with you and give you some. Be on the lookout for your friends who just might be putting on a show a little bit, telling you everything's okay. Grab them a little bit, give them a little, give them a kiss, right? Kiss them on the lips. Maybe not now with COVID, but just give them a little shake up and say, hey, listen, I love you, I miss you, and I mean it, and I need you, because there's going to be somebody in your world that's going to need to hear that. So I love you, I miss you. I'll give you a kiss on the lips. I'm Sean Murphy, along with
Rhonda Bird Parker.
And Daniela Jukic.
We'll see y'all where?
At the next event.
At the next event.
Bye, y'all.
Bye for now.